What up, y'all? So we are about to check. We are about to check German index. We are about to check the German index. So now I want you to see something before we can proceed. Before we can proceed to analyze it. Now, as you can see, we have three straight lines on our chart. Three white straight lines, which represent the start and end of each year until the present time. So the first one is the starting of 2019. The one in the middle represent the start of 2020. The last one represent the start of 2021. So we are on the German index daily chart. So we can see we have our trend line there, yellow. Since 2019, we have been trading below this level, this trend line. However, price did manage to break it a little bit, but came under it and continue trending below it. So let us zoom in and have a better view. So we have been trading under it. So the German index was in a bullish run. So now, as we can see here, Corona, the pandemic started. So after the pandemic started, price drastically dropped. Price drastically dropped to this level, to down to 8224. So we are still on the daily chart, and prices started gaining more momentum, started gaining power, created a resistance zone there. Now let us mark that resistance there that was created right there. Then so there we have it. So the only thing that we need to realize now is that we are trading above this level, these two resistance lines. We are trading above them. So the only thing that we can check, what happened before price went up? What happened? How did price pass through this two resistance level? Because you can still tell people were selling on them, hoping for the market to drop. So, however, it's not the case. So, what actually happened here? Since the major resistance was previously created by the pandemic, the market crash, the world market crash. So this is what actually happened. Now, price went up, made a breakout. It made a breakout up. Now, usually people, when they see a breakout, they immediately buy without even waiting for the market to break. So mind you, we are in a bullish run. So let's say, for example, a bull is fighting with another bull. So before it attacks, it gains power, it goes back to gain power and attack. So now this is what the market did. It came back. You can see as I'm drawing there, it came back, hit their stop losses while gaining power, collecting buys here, collecting buys, and retesting this level of resistance, turning it into support here, and went up. Again, broke this mini resistance zone there. Now, after it mind you, they retested the first level or this level here of resistance. Now, before moving up, it retested this and the second resistance zone, this here, and went up. Did what? Broke that mini resistance there. Now, what can we expect now? what can we expect? What can we expect from the German index now? So we are looking at it. We need to use, for us to know which move to take, as we have seen how it works, how it moves, and we are still in a bullish run. So we need to dive deeper into the smaller time frames. When you analyze, always you need to start with higher time frame, then you go down gradually, making sure your analysis correlate, going down, or making sure everything makes sense. Yeah. So now we can see that on our 4-hour chart, we are on our 4-hour chart now. Since the starting of 2021, we have a trend line which goes like this. Let us make sure it's long enough for the analysis. So stick with me. So now we have our trend line like that. Make sure whenever you draw a trend line, it does not cut the bodies of your candlesticks. It will be invalid. So it has to be at the tip of your candlesticks. Make sure it's nice and neat. It's something you need to learn. It's that easy. So now we can see we have our resistance levels of 2021. That's our resistance level. And we saw what happens to what happened to the previous resistance levels. A breakout happened, then came a retest on that resistance, turning it into now becoming support. So during 2021, it never happened then. So now what can we expect? So we are expecting a retest of this resistance level. Since we had a breakout here, we had a breakout. However, for some reason, price did not come back. We had a breakout here. The breakout happened here. We have resistance level here, there, and then. So we had a breakout to the upside, right? And price never came back to retest this level here. So we have seen it from, remember, price action repeats itself. So now we are patiently waiting for price to drop and come here so that we can enter buys until up. So that's what we are expecting. But if it happens that, remember, no one controls the market. We use what it gives us and apply our risk management so that we can stay longer in the game. So now, if price comes down, or well, it will come here to retest this resistance level. So if it doesn't, it fails to retest the resistance level, resulting in a breakout to the downside, breaking out the trend line. I would advise you not to take any short positions. Why? Because we don't have, it's not a valid confirmation of a bearish momentum. So you could see something like this, right? So I would advise you to wait for the market to at least retest the trend line and come down again so that you can sell. But then, however, you need to wait until you see a clear opportunity. If it breaks this level here, wait for a retest of the trend line, right? And the resistance there, then you will enter your sell. Then your target should be here, from here to here. Now, but that's not what we are looking for. I was just saying, if it happens that it breaks this trend line, wait for a retest here, and enter sell. Then your target should be here. So now, however, if it comes here and retest, it will be a pullback, right? Pullback. When it comes here and it hit our resistance, this is the same. Mind you, this level is very sensitive. We had the first resistance, second, third, fourth. So it is very sensitive. You need to take it into consideration. So now, when it comes here, price is bound to, there are more chances of price returning up with higher with power to break this resistance level. Why? Because we are on a trend line. It will be on a trend line, sitting on a trend line, and we have a sensitive level of resistance there, which will become support. Now, I hope it makes sense. I hope it makes sense. So we are expecting that. For now, I wouldn't advise, if you see the market like this, I wouldn't advise you to enter, because where will you put your stop loss if you enter here? Let's say you enter here. Where will you put your stop loss? Where? Nowhere. So let's say but then let's say you enter here, right? You're going to have your stop loss set below, strictly set below that level, like that. Let me show you. You're going to have your nice stop loss strictly set below that level, which makes it easy for risk management to be applied. And if you can check, you've seen this setup before. You've read a book where there is this setup. You have read it. You have read a book where there is this type of setup here. Now, is that easy? Is that easy? I hope it all makes sense, and I hope it all helps you. So yeah, that's it. That's it for now. Tell me how you feel about it. Tell me what do you think will happen with German index, which is G30. You know, different brokers have different names. You might be using a broker which has a different name for German index, but just look at it. It's just German index. So I hope you know it.